So if you're at home watching, this is Zoom Pilates. I want you guys to grab a towel, so you can hit pause for a second. Grab a hand towel, and you can roll it up, and we're going to use it for tension today to increase tension in your core. So you're going to stand in your house or in here, heels together, toes apart. Try not to let there be any more than about 3 to 4 inches in between your big toes, so nothing too dramatic. Hold the towel out in front of you about parallel to the floor, and let your weight rock forward into the front 2/3 of your foot. With that towel in hand, give it a little pull. If you pull too hard, you'll probably feel a lot of extra upper trap work. So see if you can pull just hard enough to feel some work in the back of your shoulders. And now draw your stomach in like you're zipping up a jacket, and take an inhale. As you exhale, keep that tension on the towel and try lifting your arms up overhead, but the rib cage stays in your back. So try not to pop it out. As you inhale, lower the arms, maintain tension on the towel. Exhale, lift. Knees are soft, draw your navel in. Inhale, lower. One more time like that. Exhale, lift the arms. Inhale, lower down. Good. Now cross one ankle over the other. Pull your rib cage into your back, so we're not going for a flat spine here, and you're going to slowly lower yourself down onto the mat. So pull in, pull in, pull in. See if you can lightly sit down onto your mat. Good. Scoot to the front of your mat. Keep the towel out in front of you. Knees are bent. As you exhale, you're going to round halfway back for the half roll back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, halfway back. Still keep that little bit of tension on the towel. Feel your obliques really assist you as you lean and lift. 3 more. Exhale, pull back. Inhale up. Good. Last 2. And up. See if you can squeeze your glutes as you go down. And lift. Now we transition into the 100. Round back, lower back on the mat. Lift your legs up to tabletop. You're going to take the towel behind your legs. Reach it out in front of you. Your knees can be bent into tabletop position if you need a little extra assistance. Otherwise, straighten them out and pump. We're going inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. In through the nose, out through your mouth, like you're blowing through a straw. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think about the back of your ribs staying on the mat, and then reach your legs out in front of you. Good. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more rounds of breathing. 2 more. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Good. Pause. Pull your knees into your chest and then lower your head and shoulders down. You can, of course, let go of the towel with one hand, bring it around in front of you. Set your feet on the ground. Slide your legs out away from you. Good. So yeah, you're taking up more of your mat now. Reach the towel up to the ceiling. Inhale. As you exhale, reach that towel back, just like we did at the beginning of class. Think about plugging your ribs into the mat now. Now you've got some feedback with the floor. Inhale, lift your arms. As you exhale, peel yourself off the mat, one vertebra at a time, reaching your body over your legs. Good. Try to keep your neck and shoulders relaxed. Now roll back down, rounding from the lower back, the middle back, the shoulders, and reach the towel back. Plug the ribs in. Inhale, reach the towel up. Exhale, round forward. Squeeze those heels together over your legs and then roll back down. We've got 3 more, so you've got 5 roll-ups here. Reach the towel back. Exhale over. Round back. Feel yourself lowering yourself down with your abdominals. So there's resistance there. You can let all the upper body stuff dissipate. Let the lower body and the abdominals curl you up and over. Good. We'll do 1 more. Round back down. And then back up and over. And now we're going to go into the rollover. So slowly roll back down onto your back. The towel can be handy for this exercise too. You're going to go again behind yourself. Give it a little squeeze. Your legs are going to be, a pull. Legs are going to be up in tabletop position. Yes, towel behind you now. Press the towel down against the ground. It's a good challenge here to try and keep your wrist long with your forearm and your hands and the towel pressing down into the mat. You can keep your knees in tabletop position for the first one. Inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to straighten your legs as you roll over, reaching your legs overhead. Good. If you can touch the floor, do so. Inhale, slide your feet apart, about hip distance apart. And now as you exhale, slowly roll down. Try to keep that towel pull alive. Reach the legs back to tabletop position. Good. If your hamstrings are tight, keep your knees bent in this position. Otherwise, straighten your legs to 45 degrees. Keep them straight as you roll over. Inhale, open your legs hip distance apart. Exhale, slowly roll down onto your back. Find that nice midline. Then bring your legs together, reach them to 45, exhale over. Inhale, open. Exhale, roll down with control. Feel that resistance provided by your abdominals. Now keep your legs apart. Exhale, roll over. Inhale, bring your feet together. Flex your heels away if you can. A little extra stretch on the hamstrings. Exhale, roll through the spine. 2 more times. Inhale, open. Exhale, roll over. Inhale together. Exhale, slowly roll down. If you're doing these at home and you need a little help with your arms, you can do that. That's okay. Fake it till you make it. Exhale over. Last one. Inhale, slide them together. Exhale, slowly roll down. You're going to leave your right leg up to the ceiling now. Left leg goes to the floor. Take the towel from behind you, hook it onto that right foot, and stretch that right leg up to the ceiling. You're going to bend and stretch that right leg 3 times. Think about keeping your hip down so it's not creeping up towards your shoulder. Nice stretch through the hamstring before we do the 1 leg circle. 1 more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, reach it up. Pull this hip down. Now hold the towel only with your left hand. Put your right hand on your right hip. Push your right hip towards the front of the classroom as you pull the leg over towards your left shoulder. You should feel a big stretch in your outer glute, maybe outer hamstring. It'll feel nice. Trainer nice. Switch hands. Hold it only with your right hand. Now put your left hand on your hip. Try to keep your hip on the floor as you open that leg out to the side. So you should feel a nice stretch through your inner thigh on that right leg. And then lift the leg back up to the ceiling. Hold the towel with your hands again. Keep the leg straight up. Go ahead and take the towel off your foot and reach your arms overhead if you have full range of motion of your shoulders. Otherwise, hands down by your sides. Keep your heel turned in. Now both hips have to stay on the mat. You're going to circle the leg over the left, down, around to the right, and then pause overhead. Go again, over, circle, down, around, and up. 3 more. Think about keeping your rib cage, especially the back of your ribs, on the mat, and then your hips stay nice and steady. Then you'll feel the abdominal work involved here. 1 more. Inhale over, exhale around, and then pause. Let's reverse it. Go out, down, around, and up. Think about pulling that hip away. Around and up. If you have a kid at home, have them stand on your left hip. Keep that left hip down. Around and up. Last 2. Inhale out, exhale through your circle. Keep those ribs down. They're your center point. And then you're going to reach that leg all the way down onto the mat past your other leg. Good. Take that left knee into your chest. Hook the towel on the bottom of your foot. Bend that knee towards your chest on the bottom of your foot. There you go. And then stretch the leg up to the ceiling. Going once, twice, 3rd time, stretch it up, hold it up. Think again about pulling that left hip down towards the front of your mat. And then you're going to hold it with just your right hand. Pull it across towards your right shoulder. You're going to pull the hip down as you pull the leg to you. You can bend that elbow wide. Take care of the rest of your body as you stretch. And then hold on with just your left hand. Go out to the side with that leg. Pull your right hip down with your right hand. Your kid, if you're at home, will stand on your hip and just hold it down lovingly, giving you a little TFL stretch too. And then bring your legs straight back up. Hold the towel with both hands, reach your arms overhead. Feel that slight tension with the towel, right? You're pulling on it just enough to feel the back of your ribs and the muscle tissue there engage. Turn your left heel in, circle over the right leg, down, around to the left, and stop. Sorry. Go over, down, around, and stop. 3 more. Over, around, pause. Nice steady hips, nice steady ribs. 1 more. And reverse. Go out, down, across, and up. 4 more. Are you still pulling on the towel? Can you plug your ribs in a little more? Good. Make your circle just big enough to challenge your stability, but not so big that you lose it each rep. You won't feel much work there. 1 more. Out, around, and up. Now reach that leg down onto the mat in front of you. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. As you exhale, roll up. Take your time, 1 vertebra at a time. Pulling yourself up. Good. Bend your knees into your chest for rolling like a ball. So with rolling like a ball today, you've got a couple options. You can pull on the towel and press the towel against your ankles. Or if you've done this before and you want a little extra challenge, you're going to keep your arms off your legs. Okay? Pull your heels towards your hips. When you roll back, I want you to lift your hips up off the mat and then come back up to this balance point. So feet stay off the mat for 5 full reps. Inhale to roll back. Lift your hips up. Exhale, come back up, pause. Inhale back. Exhale up. Try not to kick your way up. Inhale back. Exhale. 2 more. 1 more. Good, now pause. Place your feet on the mat. Try not to let them get too far away from you. Keep your towel tension. You're gonna round back. Curl through the spine. Try not to fall onto the mat. Good, let your head and shoulders rest for a second. The next 5 exercises are part of what we call the stomach series. So these exercises are very challenging. It's a good endurance challenge for your abdominals. If you need to rest and come down to bring your head down for a couple reps, by all means do it. Don't do anything that hurts, unless it's just hurting your abs, and then just do it. Curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. You're gonna, again, reach that towel behind your legs. Legs come up into tabletop position. Give that towel a little pull. Legs up in tabletop. That means your ankles are not sagging down towards the ground. Here, as you exhale, reach your left leg forward and then switch. Switch. Pretend like you're moving through very thick air. Keep a mild amount of tension on the towel, not too heavy. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5. Reach the leg away from you. Feel how that leg can help you lift into your upper abdominals. Last 1, both knees in. Rest your head down for a moment. Keep your legs up in tabletop. Bring the towel around in front of you now. Now curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. From here, we're just gonna work the upper body for the double leg stretch. You're gonna go exhale, reach the towel back, not too far. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. 1 more. Good, now we'll include the legs. As the arms go up, the legs go out, and then pull back in. Think about pressing the back of your ribs into the mat. If you press out and arch, you'll feel some lower back pain. Out. In. 1 more. And in. Rest your head. Bring the towel around the back again. Now we've got the scissors. This is, in my opinion, a very advanced exercise. It's really difficult to stabilize. So make your scissors kind of small if you feel like it's a little uncomfortable on your lower back. You can always keep your head down if you need. Curl up, if possible. Reach that towel away. Lower one leg towards the ground. Go pulse, pulse, switch. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4. Really drawing in. 1 more. Both legs up. Good. As you exhale, lower both legs away from you. Keep your head on the mat if you need to, and then lift them up. Exhale down. Keeping your head off is going to get more muscle tissue active, but if you're finding that you're a little weak, then keep the head down. Focus on the stability. reach the legs away, then pull them up. One more, exhale, and up. Now rest your head, bring the towel around the front of you again. Feet are gonna come down onto the mat today for the oblique twist. Normally we do this up in tabletop, but this can get pretty sloppy, and I really like this version. So curl up the tips of your shoulder blades, reach that towel. You're gonna slide your right leg away as you twist to the left. Keep those arms reaching forward and pull on the towel. And then inhale through the center, exhale, over, slide the left leg away. Inhale, middle, exhale, and switch. Switch. Pull your stomach in. Any discomfort, maybe just keep both feet on the mat. Last 3, 2, and 1. Release. Nice work, you guys. Reach the towel up to the ceiling, stretch both legs out in front of you. Take an inhale, reach the towel back. Stretch the towel out. Go ahead and pop your ribs off the mat for a moment. Give yourself a nice stretch. And then pull the ribs back in, reach the arms up to the ceiling, and exhale, roll back up to seated. Good, now we've got spine stretch forward. So flex your feet as if you're standing on the floor. Reach the towel out in front of you. This is a nice stretch after all that deep work of the stomach series. Take a nice big inhale. Think about lengthening up a wall. And then as you exhale, round forward, peeling one vertebra at a time off that wall as you stretch over, maybe reaching past your toes. And then as you inhale, roll back up like you're filling up a little bit more air between each vertebra. We're just gonna do that 2 more times. Try to keep your feet flexed. Exhale, round forward. Pull yourself off that imaginary wall behind you. And then inhale, roll back up nice and tall. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. 1 more. Exhale, round up and over. This is really good if you tend to have a flat back. Inhale, roll all the way back up. Good, now lean back. Bend your knees, lift your legs up. Good. You're gonna pass the towel behind your legs. Then straighten it out. Good, pull on the towel. Stretch those legs up. Good, now slide the towel up the back of your legs. You're gonna place it against your ankle. Good, hold it there. Press your legs out against the towel and your feet and ankles down into the towel. Now from there, you can either just hold it or inhale, rock back, exhale up, pause. Keep pressing out into the towel. Inhale back, exhale up. This is us trying to maintain that C curve that we're practicing sometimes in the spine. Inhale back, exhale up, hold. 2 more. Have fun with it, right? Joseph Pilates had a pretty good sense of humor. 1 more. Rock back, rock up, pause. Bring your feet together. Take the towel off, bring it around in front. See if you can keep your legs still in space. If you're not as flexible, you can bend your knees into tabletop. Now the legs stay as you slowly round down onto your back and then bend your knees into your chest and take a quick break. Good. Next is the corkscrew. You're gonna go towel around the back of you again. Good. Place the towel against the floor and press it into the floor. Try not to squeeze your shoulders back. Keep them just kind of in that resting position. We're going into the corkscrew. So legs go straight up to the ceiling, heels together, toes apart. The corkscrew can be challenging, especially if your SI joint in your lower back is unstable. See if you can keep your heels aligned. So first we're gonna reach the legs over to the right. Hold it there. The left hip should be lifting off the mat a little bit so that the left heel is reaching with the right. Then come into the middle. Sorry, surprise, we're doing a prep. Inhale over to the other side. Reach your right heel along to the left and then come to the middle. Good, now over to the right. Now you're gonna circle down around to the left. Make sure that left heel's with the right and then center. And then over to the right or left. I get a little mixed up when I'm facing you guys. And then center. Good. To the right, reach the left heel. Then go down around to the side, reach the right heel and middle. 1 more. Over, reach the right heel. Then down around, reach the left heel and middle. Good. Bend your knees, place your feet on the mat. Take the towel out from behind you again. We need to roll up. We transition through the roll up to do the saw. Reach the arms up, stretch them back first. Ribs down, feel that 2-way stretch, like the towel is also you being pulled in 2 directions. And then reach the towel up And as you exhale, carefully curl off the mat. As you get more tired, it's important to be particular about how you're doing the exercise. Open your legs up wide today. Sometimes we do this exercise just mat distance apart, but today go ahead and go for a little stretch. Flex your feet. Again, reach the towel, give it a little pull. Inhale, you're going to twist to the right. As you exhale, round forward, hook the towel over that foot. Give it a little pull, elbows wide to the sides. And then roll back up, still twisted. You can let go of the foot and then come back through the center. Inhale over, exhale, round forward, hook the foot, stretch as you pull yourself down towards the leg. And then inhale, roll up nice and tall. Good, we'll do one more to each side. Inhale to the right, exhale, round forward, pull elbows wide. Really see if you can ground that left hip into the mat. And then reach the towel off the leg, roll up and untwist. Inhale, over, exhale, push the right hip into the mat as you round over that left leg. And then reach yourself back up and untwist. Good, bring your legs together. You're gonna turn over onto your stomach for the swan. Let's go towel down on the mat. We'll see if, I'm not gonna roll over the mic. Let me know if I turn it off. So hands down on the mat. Head can just hover off the mat. You don't have to put your face all the way down. Go ahead and stay a little wide there. So legs about hip distance apart. Keep your chest reaching out in front of you as you squeeze your glutes. Inhale and reach your chest out in front of you. You don't need to fully straighten your arms, especially if it doesn't feel good in your lower back. And then exhale, lower back down. Inhale, reach your chest out in front of you. Feel your abdominals engage up into your back. And then exhale down. One more time. Inhale. Think of these back extension exercises as a good time to familiarize yourself with using your glutes in this direction. And then lower back down. Now you're going to grab your towel. Prop yourself up on your elbows like a sphinx and pull on the towel. Your arms are going to kind of resemble the number 11. So they shouldn't be elbows out or wrists together. See if you can hold that position of propping yourself up with your forearms parallel to each other. Now pull your rib cage in, no hanging out here in your spine. Engage, and then as you exhale, you're going to point your right foot, bringing that heel in, and then flex for a second time, and then return it to the mat. So we go exhale, point, flex, return, alternating sides. This is a tough exercise, not to do a lot of extra movement. So see if you can keep stillness in your upper body. You should definitely feel a bit of a quad stretch if your thighs are tight. Otherwise, it's a lot of glute work and abdominal work to maintain stability. And keep alternating. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. We'll do one more each side. Good. Now you're going to lower down towards the mat. Keep your head just off the mat. Sorry, we're transitioning into the double leg stretch. Bring the hands behind your back. Double leg kick, excuse me. Hands behind your back. Round forward. Keep your right ear just to off the mat. Squeeze your heels together. Both heels are going to come in at the same time and kick 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then inhale. Separate your legs hip distance apart. Stretch the towel down your legs. Pull your stomach in off the mat so it's not too much lower back. And then turn your head to the opposite side. Hands come back down. Elbows can drop to the mat. Bring your heels in. Kick 1, 2, 3. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, lower down and kick. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, stretch. When you're in this position, keep your feet on the mat. Bend, and then inhale, reach. Place the top of your foot down. Good, reach through. Exhale down. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, reach. Last one, come down and kick. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, return to the mat. Press yourself back into child's pose. After all that extension, it's good to get a little reset. You can stay in child's pose for as long as you want. If you're at home, you can hit the pause button. Take a couple breaths into your rib cage. But if you're here, you can turn onto your hips and face me for neck pull. So take a seat, legs go straight out in front of you. Not everyone's favorite exercise. It's a good one with the towel though. So what you're going to do is take the towel and place it behind your head, and not on your neck, but instead you're going to kind of pull up against the base of your neck. So there's that little cliff in the back of your neck, the occipital bone. You want to try to put the towel just behind that and kind of give it a little lift. That neck pull, like that's why he named it neck pull, because you're trying to lift it up towards the ceiling. Now flex your feet. Feet are about hip distance apart. Good. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, give the towel a little pull as you round your upper back over your legs. Try not to just flop forward though. Now as you inhale, roll back up nice and tall. Squeeze your glutes. From here, you're going to lean straight back. Pause when you get about halfway down, then hold it. Now squeeze your glutes again if you lost it, and tuck your hips under as you roll down onto your back. Good, kind of pulling the back of your neck away from you. Inhale, lift up to the tips of your shoulder blades. Exhale, try to round forward. Yes, coming up and over. Inhale, roll back up, lift nice and tall, squeeze your seat, drive your heels forward, lean back. Good, pause, tuck your hips under, slowly roll down. Try to keep lengthening the rest of your spine behind you. One more time, you guys are doing great. Inhale to the tips of your shoulder blades, exhale, round forward. Inhale, roll up tall, squeeze your glutes, drive your heels away, lean back with a flat spine. Then curl your hips under and roll the rest of the way down. Very good. If you ended up off the back of your mat, scoot back forward. We're going to do the shoulder bridge. So lay down onto the mat. We don't need the towel for shoulder bridge, so you can set it off to the side if you want. Feet are hip distance apart in this exercise, and then you're going to lift your hips up into a bridge. Good, so you've got your shoulders fully supported on the mat and your feet fully supported on the mat. This is a big quad stretch for a lot of people, and if you feel a quad stretch, great. Now try not to come up too high. So place your hands on your low ribs. Yep, and from there, try to see if you can keep your ribs in your back, right? So they're not popping forward and letting you back bend. You're gonna hug them in. You can walk your feet a little more forward. There you go. Now squeeze your glutes. See if you can keep your right hip lifted as you lift your right leg into tabletop position. If you can't keep your hips level, then both feet belong on the floor. Set that right foot back down. Lift the left leg up to tabletop. Can you also maintain level hips there? And then set that foot down. Good. Now hands placed down back on the mat. Keep your hips up. Just be mindful of where the ribs are. Lift the right leg into tabletop and then point the toes up to the ceiling. From there, you're going to flex the right ankle, reach the leg out in front of you, and then point and kick it back up. Exhale, flex down. Inhale, point up. One more. Flex down, point up, and then bend that knee and set the foot on the mat. Bend the left knee in. Point the toes up to the ceiling. Flex down, point it up, flex it down, point it up. One more. And then bend that knee and place the foot on the mat. Good. Normally we do 3 sets of that. We're going to just do 1 today. Yay. And now slowly roll your hips and ribs back down onto the mat. Now we're going into the one leg kicks, the side kick series. Stretch your legs out in front of you. We do not need the towels for this exercise. Turn yourself onto, let's go onto the right side first. Is that your left side? Your left side. Listen to what I mean, not to what I say, right? So you're going to line yourself up with the back edge of your mat. So if you're at home and you're doing this, say, on just on the carpet, make sure that you are lined up with this imaginary line behind you, but then your feet need to pike slightly forward, and that's for stability. So if your legs are in the same line as you, you're going to feel like you're falling all over the place. So keep those legs forward. Bring your right hand down on the mat in front of your rib cage, as if it's kind of like guardrail here. You don't want to let yourself push into it. Lift your right leg up to the height of your hip. Keep the heel driving away. You can even, if you want, take your right hand, place it on your hip, and pull the hip away. That is key here. Now, keep that right leg lifted. Inhale, kick to the front, twice. 1, 2. Exhale, 1 kick to the back. Hold it back there for a second. Feel your ribs really in your body, and that right leg is so long as it reaches away from you. Flex the ankle, kick to the front. Go 1, 2, exhale to the back. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the back. Good, we got 5 more. As you kick, try to keep your back really stiff. right? This is where we want a rigid spine, and then you can mobilize the hips. Exhale, 1, 2, and reach. Excuse me, inhale, 1, 2, exhale back. 2 more. Keep that right ankle, left ankle really pressing into the mat. Good, now hold this right leg back here. Push that left ankle into the mat. Keep your right toes pointed, lift the leg up just a little bit, and then lower it back down. Lift it up and down. Small range of motion here, so we can be mindful again of that hip staying nice and long. 5, 4, still pressing that left ankle down. 3, 2, hold the leg up, make 5 small circles. Try to keep that circle in line with your hip. 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for a moment. Your toes should be pointed. Your thigh is relaxed. You're going to bend your right knee, bring it in, flex the ankle, and then point and reach it back. We call this bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Again, keep that right waistline really long. Bend it in, stretch it back. Kind of like you're doing lunges, really. Up and back. Like, what's your spinal stability like when you're doing a lunge? Can you keep your back really flat as you bring that knee up? Careful not to curl when you bring the knee. You'll probably have to limit your range of motion, but flex the ankle up front, point to reach back. 2 more. Flex, point, 1 more. Good. Now you're going to turn onto your stomach, hands under your forehead. Good. Keep your legs lifted off the ground. If you feel no lower back pain, you can continue here for some beats. We clap the heels together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Try not to lift your legs too high. Again, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. See if you can point your toes. Last one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, and turn onto your right side. Right arm nice and long. Line yourself up with that imaginary back line if you're not on a mat. Pike your legs forward. You'll know that they need to come further forward if you're having a hard time during the side kick series. Left hand on the mat as your guardrail in front of you. Lift your left leg up to the height of your hip. Start by trying to relax your thigh and instead feel your waistline lengthen and pull your ribs in. Inhale as you kick to the front. Go 1, 2. Exhale, point the toes to kick back. Go front and back. Good. Keep your back flat. Good. And again, 1, 2, and stretch back. No tucking as you kick forward. And reach. 3 more. Kick, kick, stretch. Inhale front. You should feel a hamstring stretch when you kick to the front, and a little quad stretch or a glute contraction as you kick to the back. 1 more. Good. Now try to keep that leg on that back line. Point the toes as you kick the leg up and down, up and down. There you go. Lift and lower. Good. A little more forward. Right there. Up, down, up, down. Good. 4, 3. Press that right ankle into the mat. Good. Now keep the legs lifted to the height of your hip and circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Notice if your rib cage is loose, it's hard to circle the leg. See if you can keep your rib cage nice and still. 3, 2, and 1. Bend and stretch. You're going to bend the knee in, flex the foot, then point the toes as you reach it back. Feel your glute engage. Bend. Don't lift it any higher than you can keep that spine nice and stable. Bend. That's where the abdominal work comes in. This is a good glute exercise, but only if you can hold your spine still with that abdominal strength. Inhale as you bring it in. Exhale back. 3 more. Knit those ribs together. 2 more. Reach the leg back. Last one. Inhale to the front. Exhale back. Good. Turn onto your back for teaser. You're going to still use your towel. So grab your towel. We're going to practice teaser prep. So you can go ahead and sit up. I think I said lay down. Go ahead and sit up. Hold your towel out in front of you. It's kind of like the half roll back that we started out with in class. So what you're going to do here, that's a little different, is instead of rounding back halfway and rounding up, you're going to start with a flat spine. Keep your legs hip distance apart. Inhale, lift the towel, only as far as you can keep your ribs engaged in your back. And then as you exhale, now we're gonna tuck and round back. Try not to let your head just fall forward, right? Keep your head coming back with you. Go all the way down. So you'll notice now that your knees are bent, but they're not bent as if we're gonna do a shoulder bridge. They're a little further away. Inhale, lift the towel overhead. And as you exhale, again, roll up. This is teaser prep. Come up to that flat spot where you're not fully seated upright. Inhale, lift the towel. Exhale, curl through the spine. All the way down, reach the arms back. Good, now if you're game, you can do the same thing with your legs off the mat. So if that's what you're gonna try, you're gonna straighten your legs to begin. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, roll up. Once you can see your feet, lift your legs. They can either be bent or straight. Bent is gonna be easier if your quads are tight. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, round back. Reach the legs away from you. You wanna watch them touch down and then let your head and shoulders go. Inhale, arms come up. 2 more, exhale. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, round away. Think about pulling. If someone was pulling your legs out in front of you and then pulling your ribs back behind you. Inhale, arms come up. Last one, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull away. Squeeze your legs together. And release. Good job. Now you're going to turn onto your stomach for swimming. We're not going to use the towel for swimming. So turn over. If you have any lower back problems and doing these exercises on the mat feel uncomfortable, you can always come onto all fours and practice this opposite arm leg reach instead of swimming. If that's the case, you're going to go at your own pace. You're not going to follow the same tempo as swimming here on the mat. So if you're swimming on the mat, reach your arms out in front of you. Reach your legs back behind you. Think of your arms connecting to your middle back, your legs connecting to your glutes. Inhale, lift everything up off the mat. Good. Now we're going to pump and kick like we're doing the 100. So pumping your arms and your legs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift everything up. Stop the kicking. Exhale, everything down. Good. Sit back onto your heels. Round your back again. Good. Think about curving your spine. Breathe into your lower back for a moment. Nice big inhale into the rib cage can be nice. And then as you exhale, you're going to walk out into a push-up position. You can either be on your knees or on your hands. Hold yourself into a push-up position, heels together, toes apart. Good. We're going to practice leg pull front, which is a good single leg stability exercise. So your shoulders should feel flat on your back, no extra gapping. So push up into my hand. There you go. And now lift your right foot off the floor. If you can stabilize on that left glute, keep that right foot off. Otherwise, put that foot down. And you're going to rock back on that left ankle and then rock forward. Rock back, rock forward. One more time. Back, forward, then replace the right foot on the ground. Okay, now squeeze that right glute. Lift your left foot up. Rock back and forth. 3, 2, 1. Put that left foot back on the ground. Let's try one set with both feet staying down. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, rock forward. Keep your heels squeezing together if you can. Inhale back. Exhale forward. One more. Good. Now rock back. Pike your hips up towards the ceiling. Hold this position for a second. You're going to walk your hands towards your feet in 4 counts. So pushing back 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold yourself in this nice forward bend for a second. Take a good inhale into your rib cage. And as you exhale, you're going to walk back out again in 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. From this position, I want you guys to squeeze your glutes. You're going to turn to your right, or excuse me, turn to your left and sit down onto your right hip. Good. So now we've got Mermaid. So you're going to be sitting down on your right hip. Grab your towel. Reach your towel up to the ceiling. So for Mermaid, we tend to keep the legs stacked. If this doesn't feel good on your hips, if you're really stiff and falling over, then you can separate your feet into what we call the wrestler's position or pinwheel. If this still doesn't feel good, and you guys have a phone book handy, who still has phone books? Something like that. You would put that under your right hip so you're propped up a little bit, especially if this hip, which is an internal rotation, is giving you a lot of feedback. So if possible, stack your legs, reach the towel up to the ceiling. Feel that lengthening out of your waistline. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed. Inhale first. As you exhale, you're going to side bend to the left, reaching through that right arm. Feel that right wrist reaching as the right hip grounds down. Give that towel a good pull. Inhale, lift up. Good, we're going to go to the same side. Exhale over. Inhale, lift. One more time. Up and over. And then come back up, and your legs are going to swap over to the other side. Good, so now you're sitting on your left hip. Don't be surprised if one hip feels really accessible and the other one doesn't. Stretch your arms up to the ceiling, just do the best you can. As you exhale, stretch over to the right. Again, left wrist reaching as that left hip pulls downwards. Inhale up, 2 more. Exhale, big stretch. Inhale, lift. 1 more, good stretch out of the lat and the oblique on that left side. And then come back up. Good. Bring the towel down. We've got hip twist and seal, and then you guys are done. Okay? Motivation. You're going to bring yourself down for hip twist onto your elbows. If it's possible for you to do this up on your hands with your legs straight up to the ceiling, you can absolutely do that, but it is really hard work, and I'm thinking most people are going to feel more comfortable here. So down on your elbows, lift your legs into tabletop position first. You can absolutely stay in tabletop if your hamstrings are still giving you a lot of feedback when you straighten your legs out, or your quads. Stretch your legs up. Inhale, reach over to the right, just like corkscrew. Exhale, circle down, around to the left, and center. Try to keep your legs squeezing together. Over to the left, circle down around to the right, and center. We'll just do 1 more to each side. To the right, around, and center. Try not to let your feet slip apart. Right heels reach together, and then up to the middle. Good, now bend your legs in. You're going to dive your hands underneath your legs and hold on to your ankles. Now, if you're practicing standing from this rolling position, then scoot to the front of your mat. That little 1 inch can really help. So soles of the feet together. You're balancing on your hips with your feet off the floor. Keep your ribs pulled in. It's when you go into a flat back that you'll lose it here. Clap your feet together 3 times as you exhale. 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to inhale back, exhale up, and clap. 1, 2, 3. Rock, rock, and clap. We're going to do 3 more. And then I want you guys to try, if you don't have any knee problems or lower back problems, you can let go of your legs and try to come up to standing. So rock back, let go, plant your feet, stand up. You guys are all done. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys all stay healthy. We'll see you soon.